Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have you properly open the saxophone case. So we're going to have it on our right side of your chair, just so you're not clunking in other people. What you're going to do is you're going to lay the saxophone flat to where you see the logo side up of the case. That, and then you also want to see like the straps, you know, the latches are facing down, so you know that you're not going to open it and it's going to like fall out. Okay, so you can open it now. Okay, so here we have the saxophone. The first thing I'm going to have you do is I'll point out the different parts of it. Okay, so right here we've got the neck. It's got cork on it, and you also have the octave key. So when we're holding it, we really don't want to like press on the octave key, or else, you know, hold it the heavier side of the neck. So if you want to hold it like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit further down. Yeah, just like that. And then here we've got our mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is going to go onto the cork here. But we want to make sure that when it goes on the cork, we want to have the logo up to the sky, and then the flat part should be face down. Okay, like that.
How far?
So in terms of how far, we want to make it maybe like a ½ inch, I suppose. That's all you can see. Yeah, and then to do that, you can just kind of twist like that.
More?
No, let me see.
Need some cork grease on there.
Yeah, right. New instrument. Yeah, thank you for saying that. New instruments will need cork grease on there. So yeah, let's just do a little more like this. So we got that. You also want to make sure that not only is the flat facing down, logo's facing up, but we also want to make sure that it is like, if you hold it like this, it's even to your face. It's not like tilted or something. Okay, so next thing we've got ligature. Take a deep breath and say ligature.
Ligature.
Great job. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the ligature on. For the most part, yeah, so that looks really good. I was going to say that sometimes for the ligature, if it's on a different mouthpiece or a different horn, the screws will actually be facing the front, like away from you. But you can also tell like where it's like kind of flatter, flat on flat always, and then where it's more oval like that, that's where it's gonna go on top. So we had it just like this. Great job. Now we've got our trusty reed. So for our reed, have you ever put one of these in your mouth before?
No.
Okay, great. It's really different. You are going to put this in your mouth. Yeah, like that. And then for now, we can just put this down back in the case for now, because we don't want to damage anything. So yeah, get that in your mouth. Make sure, especially in the winter months, I think it just tends to get really dry. And then the drier the reed, the more easily you'll squeak on the instrument once you put everything together. Yeah, so you want to really get it good, and then you can even get the bottom too, part of it, and you know, just lick it, yeah, like that. Make sure it looks good. I know.
I hate the way
yeah.
these taste.
They have flavored reeds, but I wouldn't recommend them. Yeah. Okay, cool. So once you feel like that's good and soaked, now we're gonna take, well, you know, our assembled neck so far. We're gonna hold it like this, and we're gonna take the reed out. So you wanna make sure the thicker part's gonna go on the bottom. Okay, so it's not, you want like this curved part on the top, where this goes like that. And then you also wanna make sure that the flat part goes on flat. So it's like, this is the flat part of the mouthpiece. You wanna just slowly make sure that like there's enough room with these screws here, and you wanna just slide the reed in there. But make sure when we're holding the reed, we hold on the sides, because we don't want to chip the top of it. Yeah, and then, let's see. Okay, and then from there, if I'll check how it looks. So you try it first, and then I'll see how it looks and see what we can fix, if there's anything. see what we got. Okay, looks really good. Ideally what you want to see is, you know, first off, like the ligature, that curve part, you don't want to see any opening there, so you did a really nice job with that. And then also you want to make sure that the screws are tightened enough where like it's not only, you know, one screw, but they're both tight or else it'll fall out. I like what I see here in terms of the mouthpiece. You just want to see like a fingernail's worth of the mouthpiece behind the reed. So that looks really nice, and it's lined up nicely as well. Okay, great. Maybe it's a little off here, but we can go with that for now. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our neck strap first. So if you'd like to grab that.
Put it on.
Yeah, you can put it on. You always want to put your neck strap on first, just so that you don't drop it. It's like when you're playing Wii with the remote, you need to put the strap on even though it's not fun, or else it will fly and hit the TV.
It's an old reference.
Yeah, it is an old reference, but you know it. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we're going to pick up the horn itself, the body. What we want to make sure though is that with our left hand, we pick up like the bell. That's the heaviest part, I think, of the saxophone. And then with our right hand, we'll reach underneath the rods and the keys. That looks good. Yeah, because you don't want to press on anything. You can take it off like your little neck cap there. And then before we put the mouthpiece on, let us hook our neck strap to that just so we don't, yeah, so it doesn't fall. And we can also adjust it too. Does your neck strap feel a little...
It's a little low, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Lord, it's been a while since I've adjusted one of these.
Okay, awesome. Next thing we'll do is, this is like the neck screw where the neck of the saxophone will go. So if you want to unscrew that a little bit just to make sure that there's enough, and then I'll give you the neck here. And to put this in, you really just want to, you know, don't slam it, but just try to like slowly, yeah, get in there like that. Perfect. Okay, and then make sure that
This is sideways.
Is it sideways? Okay.
I mean, not totally, but there we go.
Okay, yeah, so you want that, we'll tighten that. And then, yeah, you want the mouthpiece. Beginners, they recommend, you know, the way I learned is to have it in the middle. Sometimes they recommend you kind of leaning off to the side, but then that will also change a little bit on how that is. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do before we go to embouchure or anything, is let's make sure that we're holding the saxophone correctly. That's gonna make everything else a lot easier. So, in your left hand, you're gonna wanna make your hand kind of like a soda can, you know, with like just curved nicely. We'll get that strap fixed a little bit. So you've got the 3 keys here. Sorry, that's okay. All right, so you've got the 3 keys here. So if you want to take off your hand really quick, you've got here, 2, 3. Okay.
Which hand?
Your left hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, got that there. You're gonna stick your thumb right on this like thumb rest there. We want to be sure that we're not touching any of the palm keys. And then you also want to make sure that you're close enough to the octave key to where your thumb can eventually roll on that. So got that there for your right hand. Similar thing, we do have a nice thumb rest where you're going to stick your thumb underneath there. And then on your right hand, you've got 1, 2, 3, like that. Your pinky can rest on, your pinky can kind of just rest on here because we'll eventually use these keys as well. You don't want any fingers to fly up or else someone will cut them off. So be careful. Nice. Yeah, and then for your pinky there, you can have it also on one of the pinky things, but looks good. Now we're gonna talk about the embouchure, okay? So if you'd like, if you just want to take the mouthpiece out of your mouth quickly, we're gonna think about like O and E. O, E. Yeah, so you feel how it's like this, and then it kind of pulls back like that. E. Okay, and then we're going to tuck in our bottom lip on our bottom teeth. Okay, still enough to where you can see your lip. You don't want it to be like, you know, and then it's just your chin. But yeah, you just want to tuck it over, kind of like this. Okay, and then your top teeth really are going to be on top of the mouthpiece. And on top of the mouthpiece, you want to make sure that it's not too far, but it's also not too little, or else that's going to affect like your tone production. So go where you feel like where the fulcrum meets. Do you know what I mean by that? Okay, so for the fulcrum, if you want to take off your, take out of your mouth, if you see on the side here where the reed meets the reed meets the mouthpiece. Mm-hmm. So it kind of starts off further apart, and then it comes, yeah, like a good center there. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just take a deep breath. Okay, great first note. Awesome. Were you touching any keys or no?
Horrible tone. No.
Okay, well, we'll get there. Yeah. For now, can you just go like who instead of articulating anything? Just.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just try to get the. Yeah, because we will add, for articulation, we will add the tongue in, but for now, we just want to make sure that we can get like a note based on like us breathing. Okay, awesome, really nice job so far. So let's focus on, let's see if you can maybe make sure that you're centered on the mouthpiece, like with that fulcrum, and let's see if we can just take maybe, you know, we'll breathe in with me for 4 counts. We're going to work on your tone production. So you breathe in with me for 4 counts, and then you'll play just an open note like you were doing, okay? So if you want to breathe, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see if we can just push maybe a little bit more air. I'd like to hear a little bit more like body of your sound. So breathe with me. Yeah, nice, a lot better. Can you add some articulation? Nice, very nice. Sounds very good for your first time ever playing saxophone. The next thing we're gonna go over is tone production is sounding better. I think it'll just take some time, some long tones over time, and you'll work on that in your lessons and in beginning band a lot. But let's play a couple notes, okay? So in your right hand, let's just hold down finger 1, okay? Really quick, while still okay, please don't play while I talk. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we want to make sure. Yeah, that's not proper posture. So we want to make sure.
Give it a real 6th grade experience.
True, absolutely. Really quick though, let's make sure, because if not, I will cut your fingers off. We need to make sure I don't see any flying fingers. So if you're placing finger 1 down, which is finger 1, we're gonna make sure that we still keep our other fingers. Sorry if I touched you, I'll make sure that's okay. But I'm just gonna keep, you wanna keep your pinky on there as well, and then keep your other fingers on the other keys, just not pressing them down. So if you can just, we'll breathe in for 4, and you'll just hold down key 1 for B, okay? Breathe, 2, 3. Okay, I really liked your sound. Let's just see. Yeah, let's just see if we can keep those fingers. Nice. Can we try just finger 2? Yeah, so that's a C. And then finger 1 only is B. Okay, let's try that one. Yeah, really nice. What we're going to do, let's just play B, A, and G, okay? So if you want to look at your fingers here, you've got finger 1, 2, and 3. So let's do B for 4 counts, A for 4 counts, which is finger 1 and 2. And then we'll do G for 4 counts in between 4 counts of breathing in between, okay? And G is 1, 2, and 3, okay? Let's try that. So we'll just do...
Miss Beck, this can probably be the last thing, right? Because I want to go to lunch.
Yeah, I know you're hungry. All right, let's go. Okay. Me too. I need a break. Okay, let's try it. So just breathe with me. 1, 2, 3. Off. Okay. Let's try breathe. 2, 3. Off. Very nice. Let's try our G. Breathe. 2, 3. Okay, so I was gonna let you go to lunch, but now you're staying because you squeaked. Yeah, can we really quick? Can we just hold that G, which is finger what?
1, 2, and 3.
Nice. Okay, so let's just try that. Yeah, so it's good that. So sometimes with squeaking, it could either be the reed, it could also just where it's dry, or it could be you're not taking in enough of the mouthpiece in your mouth, or you're taking in too much, where it's just very forceful.
I think I'm biting it too much.
Yeah, definitely don't bite it. Okay, and with that, let's call it. Thank you for coming to class today on time, and I'm glad we worked on this. Make sure you go home, practice what we worked on in terms of assembling it, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a good lunch.